Hey there YouTube, my name is Tyler and I am Mr. Game & Bureau, and welcome to Let's Play Pathfinder Kingmaker. I'm gonna go ahead and lower this volume. That's pretty dang loud. Pretty dang loud. Alright, music volume, you're going down to 15. Let's save that. Alright. So, Pathfinder Kingmaker is a game based off of one of the original Pathfinder modules. Pathfinder, of course, being a pen and paper role-playing game based off of the Dungeons and Dragons 3.5 iteration. I've played a lot of 3.5. I played quite a bit of Pathfinder as well. I haven't played in a couple of years now, but it's a lot of fun. So this game should be very reminiscent to like Baldur's Gate, which was also based off of an earlier version, much different earlier version of Dungeons and Dragons, as well as like Pillars of Eternity or Divinity Original Sin. Less Divinity, but so the combat and gameplay style should be like a bird's eye view, turn-based with pausing. So I've done a little bit of character creation and just started the game, but I haven't actually gone into any kind of depth, so I'm just going at this pretty much blind. So here, they let us kind of customize our difficulty. I've heard that this game so far has a lot of balancing and difficulty pacing issues, so we're probably just going to play on the normal mode, but we'll try and get it as close to one-to-one pen and paper as possible. Critical hits. Option determines the power of all critical hits inflicted upon members of your party. I mean, I think we just want normal, right? We don't want to do that. With this option enabled, your character and companions will not die after suffering a deadly injury and will instead receive a death's door condition. If they suffer a deadly injury while under the effects of that condition, then they will die. Sure. Yeah, let's do that, just because I've heard that this game's really punishing. Dead companions rise after combat. We don't want that. Remove negative effects on rest. That might actually be nice. Auto level up, heck no. Enemy stat adjustment. We want normal enemies. We don't want no stat adjustment. Damage to party, let's just go for a straight 1-to-1. Enemy difficulty normal, seems great. Not insane, please. Party speed depends on the weight you're carrying. Let's go no. No, because I've heard that there's no like increase movement speed button like they did in Pillars of Eternity, so let's not hamper ourselves any more than we're already going to be. Kingdom management, normal. I have no idea what that's about. Only active companions receive experience. Yeah, let's keep that checked off, I guess. Only skill users, yeah, okay. Last Aslanti, only one save slot is available. So this is like your Iron Man in Icewind Dale or Baldur's Gate. Or Pillars of Eternity for that matter, except there's Pillars of Iron, I think. Trial of Iron? I have no idea. Trial of Iron was Icewind Dale. Immersive mode. Disables almost all interface hints in combat. Since we don't really know what we're getting ourselves into, let's just go ahead and keep that off. Show tutorial, yeah, may as well. So here we can select a pre-made character or make our own. Let's make our own, because we're not about that life. Selecting a pre-made character, I mean. So I've already got an idea of what I want to play. Let's go through and look at the different portraits real quick, though. Just to kind of show off some of the art for those of you who may not have seen it. Oh yeah. I like that there's some, like, orcish-looking half-orc portraits in this creepy-ass chick. That's pretty cool. Neat. So neat. This game also, maybe it's just my computer the age finally catching up to it, but this game doesn't seem to be optimized very well. It's a lot of, yeah, a lot of lag on the recording, I see. Oh, which is not fun. Oh, that's interesting. Padme looking chick here. What else do I want to talk about? There's one other thing. Yeah, so a little bit about the Kingmaker module. All I know is that, well, you know what? I'm not even going to talk about it because maybe I know more than you, and I don't want to ruin anything or spoil anything for you. Okay, I'm going to go with this guy. Looks like, I don't know, pretty normal looking dude. Looks like a bit of a poof, actually, but whatever. Let's go with that. Let's go skinny. Oh, so angry. Let's do this face. That's kind of mischievous. And a little rogue knot there. Probably go with that here. Top knot. It's probably like very similar to my hair. No hair. Let's go that guy. We'll throw in a beard. Probably that beard. Oh, there's it's a wonderful looking beard. Also, what is with this one with the different colored? Oh, and it just weird. What the hell? Like, why? What? Very strange. Oh my goodness. Big old Merlin beard. That's a pretty neat beard. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay. Choosing a race. So humans, every race starts with different starting stat modifiers. Humans, and I think half-elves? No. Yeah. Humans, half-elves, and half-orcs all get to choose... Oh crap, that just totally reset my business. Shoot. They all get to choose one ability to receive a bonus in, whereas, like, you know, I'm not even going to bother with that until I go through the different races. So elves, they get Dex and Intelligence to lose 2 Constitution. Dwarves are Constitution and Wisdom, lose some Charisma. Gnomes are awesome. They lose 2 Strength, gain 2 Con and 2 Charisma. Halflings minus 2 Strength, 2 Dex, 2 Charisma. And then half-orcs and half-elves. And then it looks like Isometric in this don't actually get a stat bonus, which is interesting. Maybe it's in their heritage. Why don't I go ahead and just, like, skip right ahead to that to see what that entails. Oh, okay, yeah, so you can... Oh, cool. You can essentially just customize what you get. Well, that changes everything. Oh, does that change everything though? Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Oh, no. Okay, so let's stick with human for now. I'll customize the way he looks at the end so that I'm not messing around with a bunch of things. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose a sorcerer. I'm not min-maxing by any means, but I'm going for kind of a like a control mage sort of build. So we'll see how this goes. So I'm going to be going for like sleep spells and daze effects and things like that. A good one to go with is Arcane Bloodline for sorcerers, because it what each bloodline does is give you access to different bonus feats, which are little things that you can pick up as you level up. You can see you'll get a bloodline feat every 5 levels, 6 levels. It's not really that big of a deal, actually. But Fey Bloodline, I think, is what I want to go with here. Because what Fey Bloodline is going to do is it is going to give me, whenever you cast a spell of the Compulsion subschool, increase the spell's DC by +2. So things like Hideous Laughter or Sleep. I guess Daze isn't really affected by that. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go with ASMR sorcerers don't... Oh, okay, they do. So what I want to go with, then, I think... I think I will go with an ASMR that gets a bonus to Charisma and probably Dexterity? Oh, Con and Charisma could be good too, though. So, Angelkin, Strength, and Charisma. 2 racial bonus on Lore Religion, Use Magic. Emberkin, Lore Religion, and Knowledge Arcana. So that might be helpful. But my Knowledge Arcana is probably already going to be through the roof. Burning Arc spell once per day. Summon Nature's Ally 3 spell once per day. That sounds pretty good. And Perception might be useful. Racial bonus on Persuasion and Perception, and can use the Hold spell or Hold Person spell once per day. I'll probably go... Oh no, that doesn't get Charisma. Dang it! Glitter Dust spell once per day. Glitter Dust! Dex and Charisma, or Intelligence and Charisma. Oh. Oh my. This is a lot to think about, boys and girls. Wisdom. Let's go with... Why don't we go with Con and Charisma? Get a bonus to Lore, Nature, Perception, and get Summon Nature's Ally 3 once per day. I think that sounds good to me. With the Fae bloodline, I think it makes sense. Agathian blooded. I don't even know what that means. What is an Agathian? Somebody tell me. Oh, but then I'm gonna have to change my face. Oh, crap. Okay, who's an ASMR looking gentleman? I don't... Oh, not you. Oh. I don't want that. Let me tell you. I tell you what. I don't want that at all. Well, maybe I can just stick with... Okay, let's see how we can look here. Yeah, let's be skinny. I guess face 1 is the best that we're gonna get. Let's go with this. I don't like that hair. Oh crap, I don't like any of these hairstyles. Oh boy. Oh man. Who? Why wouldn't you just have like regular human hairstyles? Oh god. You're like Jesus. Yeah, this is okay. This is alright. I can live with this. But I don't like that portrait at all. And that's an elf, clearly. Ah, crap. Yeah, this is the beginning of Fashion Souls. I guess I kind of have to go with this picture, eh? Okay, that's... Alright, alright. Okay, alright, alright. Heritage, light halo. So what can I do here? Manifest halos. They can create a light centered on their head at will. While using a halo, they gain a +2 circumstance bonus on saving throws against becoming blinded or dazzled. Celestial radiance, acid, cold, and electricity resistance of 5. Let's learn a little bit about ASMRs, shall we? ASMRs are humans with a significant amount of celestial or other good outsider blood in their ancestry. While not always benevolent, ASMRs are more inclined towards acts of kindness rather than evil. ASMR heritage can lie dormant for generations only to appear suddenly in the child of 2 apparently human parents. Most societies interpret Aasimar births as good omens, though it must be acknowledged that some Aasimars take advantage of the reputation of their kind, brutally subverting the expectations of others with acts of terrifying cruelty or abject venality. Aasimars look mostly human except for some minor physical trait that reveals their unusual heritage. Typical Aasimar features are hair that shines like metal, unusual eye or skin color, or others. So typical Aasimar features are others. Neat. Freaking dope. Let's go with a little bit of pink and green here. Let's just ham it up. Why don't we go green primary? Oh, that looks okay though. That doesn't. I don't like that at all. Let's go with. You know, that looks lovely. It looks absolutely fine. Class, we're still a sorcerer. Heritage, Idlekin, and Fey touched. Who knows? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna beef the crap out of charisma. Why? Because charisma is our casting stat as a sorcerer. So that's what I want. As you can see, below 9 charisma, we can't cast any spells at all. Oh, sorry, below 10. And at 11, we can cast 3 per day. And then up at 20, we get 5 per day. So I guess what it is... Oh, what? No, never mind. It's not quite just based off of the ability modifier, but... I'm just babbling. I'm not really making a lot of sense. We can tank strength a little bit. We don't really need that. Let's take some dexterity. We do want that. Let's go to 14. I'm going to take a little bit of intelligence as well, just for an extra skill point. Why don't we get... Oh, excuse me. One moment here. Okay, bless me. Let's get another con bonus, yeah. Okay. Typically, when you're building a character, you want to leave one stat at an uneven number so that you can get an immediate stat bonus at 4th level when you get an extra stat to place. I'm not doing that because I suck at building characters and being a general fun guy. You know what? Heck it. Heck it all. I'm gonna do that. Am I? No, I don't want to do that. Oh, jeez. Oh, God, what have I done? So let's do that. Is this what we do? Is this what we do, ladies and gentlemen? That doesn't give me an extra skill point? Tell me about skill points. Points for increasing abilities. All right. Intelligence determines how well a character learns. Blah, blah, blah. The number of skill points gained each level. Your character always gains at least 1 skill point per level. So what? So I guess you only get 1 per every... One every 2, or every 2 ability modifier? That kind of sucks. Never mind, I take it all back. I take everything back. I don't need that. I will keep that at 12. And then I've got 3 points to spend. And I can put that 1 back into strength. Does that really do anything for me? Probably not. Too weak to move and fall unconscious. Some creatures do not possess strength. Your character's strength modifiers apply to athletic and strength checks, damage rolls, nothing that I really care about. So why don't I just beef my con? Or Oh, shoot, but I'll lose 1 total bonus like that. Ah, crap. This is too hard. Because we do want more dex, because it's more important, I think, to have a better armor class, which dexterity affects, than it is to have more health. I think that's more important because... Ah, heck it. Let's just do that. So we have 3 skill points to use. I'll use Persuasion... Freaking... Oh. Maybe Knowledge Arcana? Skill represents a character's knowledge about spells, magic items, and numerous bits of magical lore. Your character's Knowledge Arcana skill enables you to identify magic items and monsters, such as constructs, dragons, and magical beasts. Learn or borrow spells from spellbooks. I'm going to take that. And then I could take... It'd be most effective for us. So all these ones with the green dots are class skills. And we want to take those because we'll get the most bang for our buck out of those. See, if I put one into Knowledge World, which isn't a class skill, I'll get 1 point in it. But if I put one into Lore Nature, which is a class skill, I'll get 4 points in it. So we want that. That's only for the first level. It's a little confusing, but we'll get past it. So Lore Nature, I feel like, is probably useful in this game because I think there's a lot of nature-looking stuff here. Skill represents a character's knowledge about the natural world. Your character's Lore Nature skill enables you to hunt, identify monsters, recall knowledge about dungeons or nature, avoid random encounters, and so on. But we also want Use Magic Device. Activate magic items. Wands and scrolls you normally wouldn't be able to use. You know what? I think that Lore Nature is going to be more useful, quicker than Use Magic Device. So I'm going to take that, and then at next level I'll take Use Magic Device. Because I feel like you don't typically get magic devices to use until a little bit later. Okay. And now we can pick our Sorcerer bonus feat and our feat. Excuse me while I take a little sip of my Pumpkin Eater Imperial Pumpkin Ale. I'm going to take Spell Focus. And I'm going to take Spell Focus Enchantment. So what Spell Focus does is it adds +1 to the difficulty class or dice roll check that is applied to my spell. So when I cast Sleep on some losers, they have to roll to not fall asleep. And this is giving me a +1 on the check that they have to roll to make that. So let's do that. Enchantment. And then I will go Greater Spell Focus Enchantment. Let's just beef it the heck up. Let's do that. Meta magic spells are useful, but not till later. So I won't take those until later. Spells. So of course, beefing up our enchantment, we want enchantment spells. So what do we got? We got Hypnotism and Sleep. Both of these end up not being very useful later on because they only affect a certain number of hit dice, which is kind of like how many creatures or how powerful of creatures. So that kind of really sucks. However, this is my first character, so fudge it. Let's get a move on. Voice.
We do it my way.
No.
So many thoughts.
No.
Strike as one. I have no need for this. Defeat is not an option.
Probably not.
Adventures await. Let us be off.
Let us be off.
This is my path. We cannot be defeated.
You've got quite a treasure there in that Herodric cube.
I feel faint. Enemy near.
I feel faint.
A solid plan. My skills.
My wounds pile up. I am superior!
Probably not.
Time's not waiting. I didn't even break a sweat. This will hurt. Calm down.
This is
not dead yet.
probably what I'm going to go with. Birth date. We'll just go with my birthday, which is the 18th of Rova. Enter name. Boatrice Vleximar. There we go. Let's be neutral good. Alignment is a silly system that just simplifies good and evil. And yeah, we don't really need to talk about it too much. Okay, this is Boatrice Vleximar. And let's get going. Let's do it. Let's heckin' do it. You can auto-level your character and companions using our pre-generated builds. No thank you. Oh, it's a tasty beer. I hear people.
Our story started at the mansion of an Aldori sword lord. Drawn by the promise of a most dangerous task and a commensurately huge reward, heroes of all stripes gathered here.
Okie doke. It's nifty art. Oh, got such a loud chair.
Where are they? This is taking forever! They didn't even say what this was for, just that the Aldori were looking for heroes. Who are the Aldori anyway? Rich folk?
I can tell I don't really like this chick very much. Also, one thing I'm not a big fan of, you can't hit enter to just move along in the dialogue. You have to actually click it physically.
If you can't be patient, no one's keeping you here. Just go back to your mountains or whatever hole you crawled out of. The Aldori Sword Lords run the premier school for the dueling arts. They're also the richest and most influential group in this part of Brevoy. Take that tone with them, and they'll teach you some manners pretty quickly.
Tartukio. The Aldori Sword Lords. Let's learn about that. The Aldori Sword Lords arose when famed swordsman Baron Syrian Aldori agreed to train a select group of pupils in his dueling techniques. They ruled Rossland for generations, each as prickly and impulsive as the Order's founder. Though they are considered some of the finest sword fighters in the Inner Sea region, they are also obsessed with personal standing and honor. Brevoy. Brevoy is a relatively young nation, having only existed since 4499 AR, or assault rifle. The history of Brevoy before this time is the history of two often warring nations, Isia and Rossland. The coming of Corral the Conqueror changed all this. After securing the defeat and surrender of the two nations, Corral christened his family House Rogarvia. Its rule ended with the mysterious disappearance of every member of House Rogarvia in 4699 assault rifle, leaving Brevoy in a precarious political position. Or a pumpernickel pineapple pie.
All right, you purple toad, just shut your trap. And if you can't, I'll help you.
These people suck.
Hush! Quiet! They're coming!
Yeah. I'm coming!
Greetings, everyone. I am Sword Lord Jamandi Aldori. And this is Lord Mayor Yosef Salimius of Restov. Welcome to my mansion.
Excuse me, Sword Lord? Restov. Rostov is one of the two largest cities in the fertile region of Rossland in southern Brevoy. Lord Mayor Yosef Salimius leads the city, which is a trade and cultural center that borders the river kingdoms, the Shrike River and the Stolen Lance. As the birthplace of the Aldori dueling style, the city boasts several Aldori and Taldan dueling schools, which has led to the city being a favorite place for young nobles to practice dueling championships. Most prominent among them is the Aldori Academy, widely regarded as the region's finest war college. Okay.
We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for responding to our call. You may be few, but that's unavoidable. We need only the best of the best for this task. And I see true heroes before me, strong and fearless, exactly what Restov needs.
So this is a gripe that I have with some modern CRPGs, is that they have this flavor text, this fluff at the in between and at the beginning of dialogue things that are pre-voiced, and so it just kind of skips over that, and then you have to go back and read it afterwards, or read that while the voice actor is actually talking, and just mess your crap up. Pillars of Eternity did the same sort of deal. The mayor, a middle-aged man with bushy sideburns and a monocle, wears a beaming smile. Also note that Yosef Salimius doesn't have a portrait, whereas Jamari Aldori does. Jamandi Aldori. So he's probably gonna die, or it's just not very important.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. Now, to the point. South of here, just beyond Brevoy's border, lies a region known as the Stolen Lands. This is disputed territory, and while it's long been claimed by nearby states, it's never been truly taken. I won't bore you with the legal technicalities. Suffice to say that anyone with enough courage and power to seize the Stolen Lands and name themselves Baron or Baroness, claiming dominion, well, none of the neighboring states would be able to challenge it. Of course, Restov would be first to recognize the legitimacy of this new state, as well as the noble title of its founder.
Okay. I like this premise. Stolen Lands are an almost wholly unsettled region in the northeastern section of the River Kingdoms, bordering the nation of Brevoy and serving as a buffer between Brevoy and the River Kingdoms. Traditionally, the haunt of bandits and monstrous humanoids, the Stolen Lands are regarded as stolen by all nations along their border, even though none have ever been able to keep these realms under their control for long. So she wants us to go in there, take it, and then rule it, I guess?
Unfortunately, one serious obstacle stands between you and this title. A gang of bandits holds sway in the Stolen Lands. Their chief, who they call the Stag Lord, considers himself the rightful owner of these lands, and no one has yet been able to challenge his power. Bring me his head, and you'll be able to return to the Stolen Lands as their legal ruler.
Stag Lord.
Any questions?
Pretty badass name. Yeah, I've got a question. Who are all these lime green shirted people in the audience here? Are they like volunteers or staff or what? And there's a whole bunch of us. Who exactly will receive the Baron's title?
I will, of course. I'm the leader of this team, after all. Don't worry, though. I'll make it worth your while to help me.
Shut up, Tartukio.
We haven't yet begun, and you already speak of divvying rewards. What makes you think we'll even succeed? There's little point arguing over who gains the title when we'll most likely lose our lives there.
That's a really over-the-top accent. It's wonderful.
If I may please answer the question.
Okay, so she kind of made use of that. Jamandi clears her throat loudly, interrupting the argument. She takes a long pause, waiting for the voices to die down as everyone directs their attention toward her.
We believe you're all equally deserving of a noble title. Over the course of your expedition, it will be up to you as a team to decide which of you is best suited to rule.
Okay, well, I've got 20 charisma, so it's gonna be me. Yeah, why don't you just recognize this Stag Lord as Baron? Probably because he's a bandit, and he steals from you or kills your people or something.
That's a good point. As I see it, this Stag Lord already holds power over the region with confidence. Many noble bloodlines were started by bandits who just got lucky, weren't they?
Oh, that's a hot take.
Perhaps because we do have standards to maintain. This room has seen many celebrations of adventurers, and even those who just got lucky. But giving a noble title to a bandit lord? That's one thing that's never happened here, and it won't while I still breathe.
Okay. You're helping us found a barony? What do you gain from such generosity?
Don't ask stupid questions. Why should you even care? What they have to gain and why, that's for Lady Aldori and I to discuss. It's none of your concern. Your only concern is to swing your sword around, or whatever it is you do.
Yeah, I don't... Do I look like I have a sword? Tartukio, come on.
Of course we stand to benefit from this enterprise. But if you're concerned that we intend to rule your country from afar, using you as a front, well, please know that these concerns are unfounded. Let's just say that we have a strong interest in the region's stability.
Makes sense.
We have need of a ruling power we can negotiate with, not bandit gangs and monster hordes.
Yeah, if you think about it, I mean, like, this... the Stolen Lands are bordered by, like, a multitude of different nations. Brevoy, or whichever, just being one of them. It makes sense that they want somebody in power in that land who they're on good terms with. What rewards can we expect exactly? I'm sure a barony is enough, but like, what about for people who aren't getting the barony if only one person is getting that?
And what reward would you seek beyond a noble title and your own lands?
That's only for one person, you jackass. Lord Mayor's eyebrows rise so far up his ass, he almost drops his monocle.
We'll absorb the costs of preparing and equipping your expeditions. Once you return victorious, Restov will also allocate you a significant sum to provide financial support for you to establish your country. Essentially, we'll help you build your capital. I hope such a reward is satisfactory.
Neato.
Words, words, words. Significant, financial. I can't fill my belly with pretty words.
Of course. There will also be an official banquet held in your honor. All of Rostov's high society will gather to celebrate your feat.
Now you're talking.
Okay, it's clear as day.
Excellent. You venture forth tomorrow. For now, you can take some time to get to know one another better. Or you can head straight to your guest rooms to get some rest. You'll find we've already prepared supplies for you there. And thank you again for agreeing to take part in this expedition. I wish you luck.
Dope.
Thank you again, with all my heart, for replying to this call. The flare in your eyes reveals your courage, the unshakable will that distinguishes true heroes. I look at you, O champions of Restov, and doubt not for a second that you'll be victorious. So venture forth toward your feet. Go, and return in triumph.
Oh, I will. Or I'll die trying.
Hi, my name's Lindsay. I'm a bard, though this is my first real adventure. So, shall we go teach this stag lord a lesson?
I'm Boatrice Vleximar. Pleased to meet you.
Likewise. Actually, I also wanted to ask you something. How do you feel about this Tartuccio fellow? I think he's pretty obnoxious personally. He appointed himself head of the team, and he's just after the Baron's crown, or whatever it is barons wear. It doesn't matter. I don't like him. I think you should be team leader. When I first saw you, I couldn't help but think, now here's a real hero. Someone who'll be praised in poems and songs. This is the person I'll write my book about.
Oh, Lindsay's got a little crush on me. Book?
Damn, I should have led with that. Please, just let me explain. You know what the trouble with most heroes' biographies is? They're always written years later, based on the tales of, best case, people who saw things from the outside. Worst case, someone heard about it from their brother, who heard it from their friend, who heard it from their cousin, and so on, adding a new batch of lies each time. Every time I read about a heroic journey, I think to myself, why didn't they just bring a bard with them to write it all down properly? And then I thought, I could be that bard. I just needed to find a suitable hero and volunteer to follow along on their glorious adventure. A great plan, huh? And here we are, with a heroic journey lying before us. Who's going to be the hero? Some dwarf who keeps muttering about how we'll all die? Or maybe that horrific scythe lady? Or, God's forbid, Tartuccio? No way.
Tartuccio, actually? Yeah, I guess that dwarf character's kind of like this game's Zan from Baldur's Gate. Yeah, what about that barbarian lady? She looks pretty heroic. I think her name's Amiri.
Oh yeah, she's fantastic. You can tell she could tear a bear's head off with her bare hands, but she kind of scares me just a little. But, I mean, her sword's twice as big as I am. She could cut me down without even noticing. Just think on it a bit, all right? I'm sure you'll agree.
Sure.
All right. I'm going to my room to write about tonight. See you in the morning.
Bye. Athol, hello. What game is Jamandi playing? I'm not used to feeling like a ban. Talk to me, you loser. Amiri, hello. Finally, the idle talk's over. Can't wait to set out. Tomorrow, our glorious journey begins. Are you ready? I hope so. I don't need layabouts on my team. I'm not on your team, you jackass. You jackass. Harim. That is Zan. Get some rest before the road. You've a difficult journey before you. How do I look? I'm ready. I look ready. Keston Garrus. Who are you? I'll double the guard for the night just as a precaution. Hiram, talk to me. The expedition is surely doomed.
All according to plan.
So, one thing that didn't translate over from Baldur's Gate, well, the cursor definitely did. Or not the cursor, but the movement icon. But double-clicking does not automatically adjust the camera, unfortunately. Which is a useful feature. But you can just hold down the middle mouse button, and scroll around that way. These are interesting little tiles. They look like little weird, either like skull or mushroom people or something like that. Adventurer, hello. Just simple bandits. We'll deal with them in no time. That's what you would say, Mr. Green Shirt. Okay, let's get the heck out of here. Clearly nobody has anything to say to us because they're all a bunch of jerks. Take this time to get to know each other. Yeah, right. In your bra. I like how this Stag Lord statue has Christmas lights all over him. It's very festive.
Help! Help!
Lindsay bursts into your room. She looks scared. Her face is smeared with soot, and she holds a weapon in her hands. What's going on?
The mansion's under attack. We need to help.
This is very reminiscent of the noble human origin in Dragon Age Origins.
Some villains broke in and started killing everyone. I barely made it. Hurry, we have to help the guards fight off the attackers, or we'll all be cut down one by one.
Is it by chance Howland Reed and his men? As if to lend credence to Lindsay's words, a scream echoes from the hallway. That's my best scream. Oh no! I'm not going anywhere. Oh crap. Combat, General. Combat happens in real time, but you can pause the game at any time to assess the situation and give orders to your companions. To pause or unpause the game, press space. Click on an opponent in order to attack them. Dice rolls. Most of the game's mechanics are based on the Pathfinder Roleplaying Game system, and use dice rolls to determine the results of actions. The most common die has 20 sides and is used for both checks and attacks. Initiative. When a battle starts, each combatant makes an initiative check. The higher their initiative, the earlier the character can act. Initiative scores can be viewed in the combat log. Combat is divided into rounds, with each round lasting 6 seconds. I wonder how initiative really impacts this game. It doesn't seem to make any sense to me. I was kind of under the assumption that it wasn't a big deal. Otherwise, I might have taken improved initiative to start with, because that's very important for casters. Because you want to act first so that you can disable enemies. And that's all I do is disable people. I don't really have any damage things right now. Attack roll. An attack is a character's attempt to strike an opponent. The result of an attack roll depends on many factors. Wielded weapons, the combatant's abilities, etc. An attack succeeds if the result of an attack roll equals or exceeds the target's armor class. The amount of damage dealt in the case of a successful attack depends on the weapon's stats and other factors, such as buff spells. Attack roll results and damage numbers can be found in the combat log, which is down here, I believe. Armor class. The higher a character's armor class, the more difficult it is to successfully attack them. It combines many factors, such as equipment stats, dexterity bonus, passive abilities, etc.
Enemy approaching.
Oh, crap. So hypnotism and sleep would be my 2 first level spells, and then I've got, looks like a bunch of cantrips. Acid Splash, Ray of Frost, Jolt. Daze is probably what I'm going to want to do, as it's enchantment. Clouds the mind of a humanoid creature, takes no actions. That's definitely what I want to do. Oh man. 1d3 giant frogs. A leopard? My goodness. Laughing Touch would be pretty good, but at the same time, it requires me to make a touch attack, which I'm no good at. So, it looks like... Okay, so I can act in 1 second. He can act in 3.5 seconds, so that's initiative, I imagine. He is dazed. for 1.1 seconds, I guess. I thought it was 1 round, which is like 6 seconds, but I guess I'm just an idiot. So I'll just go fudge myself. Now, should I just attack him or use a spell? What is this? I don't know what that does. I think a spell is better because I'll probably have a higher chance of actually hitting him. Okay, he's still dazed. Okay, he's not dazed anymore. So, well, that's kind of crappy. I don't know if dazing is actually any help whatsoever then. Because he's gonna be dazed for less than it takes me to take my next action. Pretty much the exact same amount of time. Yeah, I don't know. That's a weird one. Oh, that's some high quality meshing right there. Let's collect that garbage. What is my...
Ready for anything?
Character screen. Health. 8 out of 9. Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
All according to plan.
Oh, how long? 1 round per level. So I can only have a leopard for 1 round. And this... What? So the leopard's gonna make 1 attack and then disappear? Wow, what a useful little guy. Okay, give me a second, Lindsay. I gotta loot. This is like super important. Have you ever played an RPG? Old map of Avestan. Info. A useful household item. A merchant would pay well for it. So it's just vendor loot, I guess. And by pay well, I guess they mean 2 gold. So, dope. Got a book, a little bit of lore. Probably not interested in really going into that right now, but maybe in a bit. Lindsay's journal contains your current quests and tasks. Oh crap. When your status changes, you will also see a notification on the main screen. To open Lindsay's journal, press J. Oh, it's Tartukio.
We will be victorious!
Now, crap. Are they gonna run at us? Because I don't... Yeah, they are. Okay, so... I think I'm just gonna hypnotize them. The action speed makes casting really bad. Are you casting it right now? Oh my god, that takes forever. That is really bad. That seems really bad. But maybe I'm just,
You're just in time. A bit longer and I'd have been... Whew, I don't even want to think about it. Can you imagine what a terrible loss this would have been? But it's all right now. I'm safe, sound, and unscathed, ready to lead you to victory.
Okay, Tartukio.
Lady Jamandi's holding the line in the banquet hall. You know, the one where she had us gathered before. We need to make our way to her. And along the way, we'll try to save some of these dummies who are supposed to accompany us to the stolen lands.
Don't be so freaking rude to
Speaking of
people.
dummies, take this ring. Quiet now,
Lindsay
so
and
that
starts
little
whispering.
fool doesn't hear us. She might try to steal it herself. It's magical. It'll protect you. You'll need it while you work to defend me.
I don't trust him. Tartukio's present. To equip an object, double click it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna give it back. Oh, he can't wear it. She can't wear it. Only I can wear it. I'm not gonna wear it.
Focus on the goal.
Focus on the goal. Oh, bloodstone. It's made of blood. This guy's dead.
In due time.
I don't like that. That is abrasive.
I know what to do.
Yeah, so the casting time on this was outrageous. So I hope not all spells are like that, because that would really suck. What is
Time's wasting.
What are your stats here? Oh, you're also very charismatic. You've got 6 strength. Holy crap. Tortukio is a powerful sorcerer who can burn an enemy to a crisp with the flick of his finger. Unfortunately, his power is matched only by his arrogance. I wonder why his power always given to such self-satisfied people. So, this is a very min-max character. Not that I'm not. In fact, I'm pretty much the same. I am pretty much the same. The Hero's Chronicler. I'm Lindsay, the author of the book you, my dear reader, hold in your hands. I once studied at the Academy of the Arts in Pitax, but I decided that a real bard doesn't belong within the suffocating walls of some school. I instead set off to find a hero, one worthy of being praised throughout the ages, and that's how I came to chronicle Boatrice Vleximar's journey to the Stolen Lands, and all that happened afterwards. Okay, this is a silly party. Okay, bunch of silly billies.
That is not far.
We are squishy as heck. Companions. There are several companions in your party now. To select a single character, click on their portrait or press a corresponding key. Alt+1, Alt+6. To select multiple characters at once, give them the same order, draw a frame around them. This is very... this is like Bush League stuff. How do
I am prepared.
Can I adjust? In what way? What is this? Fighting defensively. Light halo. How long can I do that?
Time's not waiting.
I open my character screen. Let's learn a little bit about light halo, shall we? Abilities. Okay. So I can just always have it on? Why wouldn't I? I look badass.
Ready for anything.
I always have a second plan.
As it should be.
I deserve better.
Yeah, why wouldn't I always have that on there? Acrobatics.
Focus on the goal.
Not acrobatic.
I don't tolerate fools.
What
What
did you build? Your feats. Simple weapon proficiency. I guess so you can shoot. And he's an evocationist, so he uses attack spells. He's just a regular draconic bloodline sorcerer. He is chaotic evil. I don't want this guy in my party. Not even a little bit. What are you? Chaotic good. That's pretty sweet. Man, I am hard to look at. Can I change? Oh, I've got some scrolls. Scroll of ear piercing. Oh my god, scream. Scroll of mage armor. Scroll of magic missile. Scroll of magic missile. Is 5 quick save? It is. F5 is quick save. In case anybody was wondering. Formations. Since I have... Can we just customize? Since I have the lowest health... Yeah, why don't we do something like this? That sounds good. Copper ring. Collect it all.
In due time.
Okay.
Our victory is certain.
Assassins. Burning hands, magic missile. That's all you have, eh? What is burning hands? Cone? Oh, that's probably not good. Alright, misters. Can you cast sleep on the back line? Can you 1 round dazed? Will negates. What is your DC gonna be? 3. Probably 13. Okay. I wish it like calculated the DC on here. Okay, so you're gonna use that, or were you just gonna use ear piercing scream? That would be 14. This is going to be 13. Let's just do that. Yeah. And you, have we decided what you're going to do? You are going to use... I think just Ray of Frost on that monkey fighter. Okay, advanced combat. Lindsay and Totukio are capable of casting spells. Yeah, so am I, dude. To use a spell, click on its icon in the action panel or in the spells menu, and then on the target, your companion or an enemy, depending on the desired effect. For clerics, druids, magi, paladins, rangers, and wizards, spells are prepared in advance and expended when cast. The character must then rest before casting it again. Bards, inquisitors, and sorcerers can use their spells several times per day, but their spell repertoire is limited. Spells have various characteristics such as range, duration, school, etc. To review all the spells available to a character, open the spellbook by pressing B. When a character acquires a new spell or ability, it automatically appears in the first free slot on their action panel. For spontaneous casters, it happens as soon as they get it. For casters who have to prepare their spells, it happens when they prepare it for the first time. If you remove a spell from the action panel, it won't appear there automatically again. Abilities. Most characters have usable abilities, which may be limited to a certain number of charges. To use an ability, click on its icon in the action panel or in the special abilities menu. Okie doke. And then on a target, you might target a companion or an enemy depending on the desired effect. Some abilities do not require targeting, blah blah blah. Can be switched off. Attack of opportunity. Some actions performed close to an armed opponent can provoke an additional attack upon your character, even when it's not the opponent's turn. Such actions include, among other things, casting spells, attempting to move away from an opponent, and shooting ranged weapons. Tactical time flow. By holding down Shift plus space while the game is paused, you can make time move slowly. Oh, that's pretty neat. For better combat control.
So tight.
Are you casting days in like 0.3 seconds? Yeah, okay. Can you just cast that freaking spell? Holy, does that take forever. And that's a sneak attack because that's his first attack of the combat. You are gonna die because it's taken me so long to cast my first spell. How did you miss that? This is actually kind of ludicrous. Are you doing it again? Are you acid splashing again? Yes, you
Serves you right.
You're gonna attack. I am going to Ray of Frost. How long does sleep last for? 1 minute per level. That's tons of time. Got it.
Can we retreat now?
Oh, this guy attacks super fast, I guess. Oh, attack of opportunity, because he's... Oh, that really sucks. Totukio, I don't know what you can do. Will half if used to damage. Potion of Cure Light Wounds. 1d8. Yeah, you should take that, because I think you might die if you don't.
You deserved it.
Oh my god. What is this guy's AC? Attack bonus. Oh, his touch armor class is only 11. Only 11. Shooting into combat. Oh crap, right. That makes sense, actually. You better not. Don't automatically attack, you piece of garbage. I want everyone to attack at the same time. Stop it! Lindsay, is your turn up? Yes, it is. Okay.
Any
Lindsay,
last
you're
wishes?
gonna attack. You are going to attack. Since this character is prone,
Leave this one
we
to
should
me.
be able to just mess him up. Actually, you know what?
Just die already.
We should probably all just
This should do
basic
it.
attack. Oh yeah. 3.9, 3.9, 3.9.
This is where I step in.
Sweet. Let's just execute him from here on out. It's like a firing squad. That's terrifying. Health and death. Totukio is almost dead. Each character has a certain number of hit points. When a character's HP value drops to 0, they lose consciousness. After combat is over, the character will get up and can be controlled again. A character's HP value can drop into negative numbers. A character can survive some negative hit points, but if their amount becomes equal to their constitution score, the character dies. To resurrect, you will need a spell. To restore lost hit points, you can use healing spells, potions, or rest. Healing potions can be bought from merchants or obtained as trophies after combat. Trophies? Really? Healing spells are accessible to the following classes. Blah, 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 blah. To use expendable items such as scrolls, potions, or rods, use it in the belt, return to the main screen and click the belt button, blah, blah, blah. Alright, let's loot. Cure light wounds, cure moderate wounds. Holy crap, 2d8. Wow. Man, we are slow. I wonder if it's worth... Oh, we did use a healing potion. Okay.
All according to plan.
Goodness. It could have been us. You're right. Their adventures have certainly come to an end. Thanks for that, Tartukio. Why are we so slow?
Follow my lead.
Oh no, is everyone dead? No, we still hear fighting. Use your ears. Pathetic. They couldn't even defend themselves, but they thought they could conquer the Stolen Lands. I kind of want to just kill them. I think that might be like the good thing to do. Why are we so slow? This is ridiculous.
In due time.
Cooking Almanac of the Inner Sea. Dope. Let's get some food. Okie doke.
That is not far.
Oh my god, we're so slow. Silver ring, coins.
What troubles you?
Is there like a speed option? Game. Pause. When a hidden object is detected. No. Trap, sure. Combat start, yeah. This is all pause. Drobishevsky's shirt for companions. Dress all companions in mesmerizing shirt. Sure. Allows the main character to lure all the critters in the current area with a special ability. The party members appear to be wearing class-specific outfits instead of their actual equipment. Let's see what this shirt for companions looks like. Oh, that is special.
I know what to do.
Oh, goodness. How come you're not wearing it? Oh, there you go. I don't think I want that. Interesting option, though. Random critters will occasionally appear instead of blood spatters. That's kind of weird. So I guess there's no movement speed option? This is insane.
For Gorum! It's the end for you rats!
As it should be.
Just gonna kill everyone?
They dare to attack me?
This is just a display of how badass this chick is.
Serves you right.
Somehow I feel like it is.
Time to get my hands dirty again!
Hot dang. Remind us of a display of how badass we are. Sniper Squad.
Oh, it's you. Stay up from under my feet or I'll strike you down.
Barbarian's face is distorted with rage. She grinds her teeth and sweat drips from her forehead. Noticing Tartukio, she swings her sword but stops it just in time. From across the freaking hall.
Blood for Gorum!
As Miria takes a deep breath and barks out. Swinging her bloody sword, she runs toward the sounds of battle. Gorham, also known as Our Lord in Iron, is a god of battle above all other pursuits. It is said that he would rust away into nothingness if there was ever a time with no more conflicts to be fought. His faithful believe he is present in every iron weapon of war that is forged.
Barbarians.
I think that's exactly how heroes should be.
Blood for Gorham? That's how heroes should be?
What? Stupid, sweaty, and always looking for something to gobble up or lop the head off of? Calistria, save me from such heroes.
Calistria, also known as the Savored Sting and the Unquenchable Fire, is the goddess of lust and revenge who takes on many faces and guises. She is held in especially high regard by elves who often identify with her mercurial moods and changeable nature. A fondness for wasps has earned this vengeful deity the title of Savored Sting. Such creatures live on after harming their enemies, a trait Calistria's followers hope to emulate when pursuing their goals. Okie doke. The heavy grate is securely locked. This guy's like Edwin, even in his accent. Yeah, let's collect all this business.
All according to plan.
I'm scared. Oh, not that scared. Come on. Here they are, the assassins! This is your last chance. Drop your weapons and we'll spare your lives. So generous. I'm afraid I can't offer you the same courtesy. Hey, you ugly mug, get them. What in the hell's name is that? That's a frost giant, of course. He just ran over one of his own dudes. That's pretty freaking rude. Okay. Shall we? Very slowly. The party suffers from heavy encumbrance. Is that because of what we're carrying? Heavy encumbrance. What the?
In due time.
Is it because of what we are carrying? Encyclopedia. Encyclopedia. Encumbrance. Equipment? No. Weight? Encumbrance. Effects and conditions. This isn't actually a list of effects and conditions. Common terms. There is no encumbrance. Okay. Combat? Okay. Interesting. I guess I'll just go fudge myself. What happened here? The passage is blocked. You can't make it through this way. Freaking frost giant breaking things down. Sometimes interacting with an object requires a skill check. A successful check may be needed for a variety of tasks. Unlocking a door, opening a chest, disabling a trap, moving a heavy object, reading an inscription in an ancient language, etc. I feel like none of those are charisma. Different skills are used for different checks. If multiple characters are selected at once, the character with the highest skill bonus will perform the action. Some skill checks, like trap disarming, can be attempted multiple times. Others, like unlocking doors or spotting hidden things, can only be retried after a character raises their skill rank. Some items and spells can give character a bonus to a skill check, but applying this bonus doesn't give you a chance to retry a failed check. That great can't be done.
Applause, please.
No applause. Let's get the drop on these monkey fighters. Why don't we kill this
You deserved
bowman?
it.
You guys kill the bowman.
I am prepared.
I'm gonna daze this silly
Let's
mother.
make this quick.
Oh, that bowman's dead. You're not gonna daze him though? Did you just like lose your action? Why would you do that? Why would you use that instead of just using your freaking bow? I don't understand you, man.
Leave this one to me.
I just don't get you, dude.
A calculated risk.
Here, Tartukio, why don't you back off? We'll have Lindsay step
Any
up
last
and
wishes?
shoot.
Just die already!
How did you miss? You idiot!
This will hurt.
Hey, I got him. I collect it all. I collect all that too. Oh man, we're running out of
Anything else?
An armory. I'm sure Jamandi wouldn't mind if we borrowed some weapons. Tartukio? Are there any weapons that we even need? I mean, sure. Highlight all the interactable. Yeah, I figured that already. Some banded mail. Heck yeah. Little breastplate. Give me that. Tower shield. Watchkeeper's key. Opens the northern wing of the mansion.
What have we here? This chest is full of gold. I guess it's for the guards' salaries, all things considered. Well, those freeloaders don't seem to have been working too hard for it. Maybe we should pocket it instead.
What? No, we're heroes, not thieves.
She got a good point, Tartukio.
Who said we were stealing it? We'll just take the gold for safety so the assassins don't get it. And then we can heroically return it to Jamandi when this is all over.
Stealing from a sword lord in her own, sword lord in her own mansion? She'd have our heads.
How would she know it was us and not the assassins? Unless someone planned on telling her.
If somebody was planning on telling her, I bet it would be you, Tartukio. You little piece of garbage.
Don't drag me into this. You do what you want, but I'm not taking a single coin.
Let's look how much there is. 210.
Follow my lead.
I'm not gonna do it. I just really don't trust that dude. Normally, I think in most games, if they hadn't had an interaction like that, I definitely would have taken that. Encumbrance. Each character can carry a limited amount of weight based on their strength score. We have a bunch of really weak characters. Each character carries the weight of their personal equipment as well as a part of the party's shared stash. There are 3 stages of encumbrance: light load, medium load, and heavy load. Medium and heavy loads burden the character, limiting their abilities in battle. You can see the penalties a character is currently suffering due to their carried weight by pointing at the encumbrance gauge under the character's equipment window. Is that somewhere?
No mistakes.
Open inventory. Encumbrance. That's experience. Starts with the same letter, but it's different. So that's a light load. It's a light load. That's a light load. So no penalty. So this super freaking slow business is not because of encumbrance, which I was kind of hoping it would be, so that I could figure it out. There's nobody over here. My god, if this is just the speed of the entire game, I don't know.
Oh, familiar faces. I hope you're not so frightened as to swing at every shadow. It's me, Jathal. I don't recommend advancing down the hallway, assuming you value your life, of course. There were a few people with me, and you can see what happened to them.
Voice acting of this is, there's a lot of character in it. The pale elf looks eerie in the semi-darkness, like a ghost given flesh.
And just how did they all end up dead while you don't seem to have a scratch?
I'll answer but briefly and just once. Further scares and explanations will wait until we aren't being hunted by a group of assassins. Deal? All right. I'm undead. These traps are deadly to the living, but they're harmless to me.
Undead,
What do you mean undead? Really? Like zombies or skeletons or...
As I said, further explanations will wait until later. All you need to know right now is that we're on the same side, and we have to fight off a small army of hired assassins. Let's get to it. The undead is such a frivolous term. I prefer immortal, eternal, everlasting.
Okay, you will encounter many traps on your adventures. When any of your characters approaches the trap, they will automatically make a perception skill check. On success, you will see the trap's location and the game will automatically pause. Traps vary in effect as well as difficulty to detect. Having identified a trap, you can click on it to order one of the characters to make a trickery skill check to disable it. On success, the trap will be disabled. On failure, it will remain in place. However, if the result of a skill roll is less than the trap's difficulty by 5 or more, the trap will go off as if the character had triggered it. All check results can be found in the combat log. Okay, well this is probably...
Speak.
Let's go over, learn a little bit about this character. Ominous Alliance. Jathal is an elf from Kyonin. One who is not quite alive. The elves exiled her from their kingdom for her terrible deeds. Her search for a new home and a new patron has brought her to our leader's banner. She pays little heed to her companions, and when she does, she behaves as if she's ready to bite their heads off. She gives me the creeps. Let's hope our enemies are just as frightened. What are you? You're neutral evil. An Inquisitor. Now, she's really good at a lot of things, including perception. She's not good at trickery, so she is not one to... Well, she's really good at a lot of things. She ain't got no con, but the rest of her stats are stacked. Gee whiz. Incredibly stacked. So, she's a little OP. Bane. Urgathoa. Wow. Urgathoa, also known as the Pallid Princess and Lady Despair, is the goddess of physical excess, disease, and the undead. She is mostly worshipped by dark necromancers, the undead, and those wishing to become undead. Sometimes those who live gluttonous lifestyles make supplication to her, as do those suffering from a serious illness. Her faithful believe she was the first creature to defy Pharasma and return unnaturally from the boneyard and break free of the cycle of souls. Neat. Neato. What a character. Yeah, she's freaking stacked. Okay, well, this is probably a good place to cut this episode here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.
In due time.
Hopefully we can figure out this freaking speed issue, as well as...
Look here!
Oh, wow, a little trap tutorial there. As well as figure out what's going on with all these freaking assassins. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.